New Caitlin Clark commercial proves she can make it from anywhere. This is what Caitlin Clark does. The Indiana Fever superstar from the University of IOW, she makes shots from anywhere. That's the premise of her new Nike commercial. Fans encourage Clark to knock down shots from well anywhere. There's no one quite like Clark. She's coming off a disappointing and injury-filled second WNBA season, but that pretty much doesn't matter at all. She's still immensely popular, and that won't change anytime soon. Everyone will be greatly anticipating a bounce-back campaign for Clark with the Fever in 2026. In the meantime, this commercial will give Clark fans their fill of her showing just how good a shooter she is. Nike's Caitlin from Anywhere ad puts serious range front and center with cameos from the Kelce brothers Travis Scott. Nike just gifted basketball fans a heavy hitter for the holidays, officially moving Caitlin Clark into the signature stratosphere. On Christmas Day 2025, the brand dropped its latest film from Anywhere, a star-studded launchpad that finally confirms Clark is joining the most exclusive roster in sports. Instead of the usual holiday flash, the video takes a quieter route. It plays like a steady, almost meditative look at the work behind her rise. The story moves from her childhood driveway in Iowa to the professional stage, built around the idea of repetition, the same rhythm that shaped her long-range shooting. Nike avoids dramatic narration, letting the bounce of the ball and the clean snap of the net do the talking. The result feels closer to a short documentary than a commercial, echoing the tone of Nike's early storytelling around players like Kobe Bryant. The supporting cast reads like a deliberate welcome committee, highlighting that this was never just a basketball ad. It plays as a full-on cultural crossover, with NFL royalty in Travis and Jason Kelce, hip-hop weight from Travis Scott, and a subtle comedic beat courtesy of Michael Che. The inclusion of her former Iowa coach, Lisa Blutter, lands as a meaningful nod to Clark's roots, anchoring all that star power in the very real starting point of her journey. The campaign also marks the official countdown to one of the most anticipated sneaker launches in years. After a steady rollout of logo apparel through 2025, Nike has confirmed that Clark's first signature shoe will arrive in spring 2026. That places her among a very small group of women athletes with their own Nike line, and given her record-breaking 2024 rookie season, the timing feels perfectly aligned. For anyone who thought the Caitlin Clark effect might cool during her injury-shortened sophomore year, this campaign answers that question quickly. Nike is not pulling back. It is committing fully and building something long-term around the 23-year-old sensation. For the WNBA and women's sports more broadly, it marks a move beyond potential and into a true signature era. Caitlin Clark enters Michael Jordan territory after topping LeBron James' Stephen Curry in one basketball metric per insider. Caitlin Clark wasn't only the top pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. She is now on the same level as Michael Jordan in one important way that shows how much of an impact she has had on basketball culture. She is the best player in the sports trading card market, which shows how much of an impact she has had on the game. Robin Lundberg, a sports insider, talked about this in a recent YouTube video in One Basketball Metric Sports Trading Cards, saying the basketball player closest to Michael Jordan is Caitlin Clark, above Victor Wembanyama, above Kobe Bryant, above LeBron James. For Caitlin Clark to be above all those other players is another sign of the cultural phenomenon that she's become based on her basketball abilities. The data backs up this statement. Professional Sports Authenticator says that Clark has more than 136,700 graded cards, which is more than the total of LeBron James, 59,000, Stephen Curry, 33,000, and Anthony Edwards, 30,000. Clark is the second most collected basketball player in history, behind only Michael Jordan, who has 206,000 graded cards. This number, which is not at all silly, shows real demand from collectors all over the world and shows that it has a cultural significance that goes beyond normal sports metrics. When you look at Clark's path compared to other top athletes, the importance becomes clearer. Victor Wembanyama has 110,200 graded cards, which is a lot less than what he should have because he is a generational talent and was picked higher in the draft. Clark's rise from 6th place in 2024 to the top spot among active players in 2025 shows an increase in speed that usually only happens with the most talented basketball players. How Caitlin Clark proved injuries can't stop a phenomenon. The crazy thing is that 2025 was supposed to stop Clark's progress, but it didn't. She missed most of the year because of injuries. She only played 13 games because of a groin injury, a quad strain, and ankle problems. Still, her trading card numbers went through the roof. Collectors kept buying her cards, even though she was hurt. That kind of loyalty says a lot about how famous she is. People had faith in her future even when she couldn't play. This month, Team USA put Clark back on the court. She joined a scrimmage with 17 top players and looked great from the start. I feel like when I touched the basketball to start warming up before practice even started. That's when I felt pretty comfortable, she said. What fans didn't see was the work that went on behind the scenes. I've worked so hard. I haven't taken a break since the beginning of the WNBA season, just with all of my rehab and getting back to where I want to be and getting even better, Clark revealed. When Clark comes back next season fully healthy, she'll show everyone again why she changed the card market like no other player ever has. Caitlin Clark sends text messages to Iowa head coach after noticing player. Former Iowa standout Caitlin Clark has expressed to Hawkeyes head coach Jan Jensen her admiration for sophomore guard Chazadi Wright. During her illustrious tenure at Iowa, Clark emerged as one of the most beloved basketball players in the country, a reputation that has since catapulted her to the forefront of the WNBA with the Indiana Fever. Despite grappling with injuries during her second season with the Fever, the 23-year-old was still named an All-Star following up on her WNBA Rookie of the Year accolade. Yet, no matter how high her star rises post-Iowa, Clark will forever be associated with the Hawkeyes. The Fever sensation continues to share a close bond with Jensen, who served as Lisa Blutter's assistant at Iowa for 2 decades before ascending to the head coach position in 2024. When recently quizzed by a reporter about her rapport with Clark, Jensen revealed not only that she and the WNBA poster girl keep in regular contact, but also that Clark is quite the fan of Wright. Caitlin and I text a lot, said Jensen. She hasn't been back this year for a game. Hopefully, we'll get her back for one at some point. But she's got new adventures and new mountains to climb. But she'll text, win, lose, or draw, that kid, she's with me, and I think she knows that I'm with her. Jensen went on to describe how Clark reached out to her regarding chit-chat, Wright, and her displays since making the move from Georgia Tech to Iowa. She added, "One time, Taylor Stremlow this year, she got a technical during a game, and Caitlin tweeted really quickly about it. And we had a funny text exchange because Caitlin is a little emotional. 2.1 time, Taylor Stremlow this year, she got a technical during a game, and Caitlin tweeted really quickly about it. And we had a funny text exchange because Caitlin is a little emotional, too. So that's always fun. Caitlin's really fun-loving, so those kind of things. But when we have a big win, she really loves chit-chats, Chazadi Wright play. She thinks she's really fun, so she's texting me about her sometimes. I think she likes our young kids." Jensen continued, "It's just generals, their topics of discussion, a lot about life, how's she doing, how's it going, about my kids or whatever. It's not all the time, but just like it is with friends, you know who's in your corner and who isn't, and with her, I think that's really important, the reciprocation. Because she's got a lot of people who are for her and so forth, you can't let everyone in that. She's got a really, really close circle, and she's got some of us that she knows will be there through it all." Caitlin Clark shares what her upcoming Nike signature sneaker release means to her. With 2026 approaching, the new year will bring Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark's signature shoe release from Nike. Clark signed a multi-year deal with Nike ahead of her rookie season in the WNBA in 2024, and the company plans to make her one of the few WNBA players that has a signature release. This week, Caitlin Clark released a commercial in conjunction with Nike announcing the release of her upcoming signature shoe and what the release means to her, as per sneaker reporter Nick DePaula. Nike's signature roster features all-time greats, and I am incredibly proud to join some of the best athletes in the world, Clark said. "I'm excited to share a first look at what we've created together." Clark's signature shoe is scheduled to be released in spring 2026, and it will accompany her comeback season with the Fever. That is, if the WNBA is able to agree on a new CBA in time to start the new season. But in any case, whenever the league resumes, Clark will make her return to the court after injuries ended her 2025 season prematurely. This past season, Clark was limited to only 13 games for the Fever, at a little over 15 minutes per game. She averaged 16.5 points, 5.0 rebounds, 8.8 assists and 1.6 steals with splits of 36.7% shooting from the field, 27.9% shooting from the three-point line, and 82% shooting from the free throw line. She was named to the All-Star team for the second consecutive season, but was unable to participate due to injury. In her rookie year, Clark set numerous league records while being named as an All-Star starter and winning the WNBA Rookie of the Year award.